What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Celebrity Overdose. While we have to accept that a lot of privilege comes with being a celebrity, there's also a downside to it. The downside has to be that once a celebrity's secret is out, it's out in front of the whole world, and that latest secret would be Jay-Z. So let's see how Beyonce reacts to Jay-Z having a secret son. Number 5. How did Beyonce and Jay-Z meet? Beyonce and Jay-Z met in an extremely dramatic way. It wouldn't be wrong to say that the two came from very different worlds. Jay-Z was a gangster rapper, while his lady love was an overprotected princess. They also had a huge age difference, as Beyonce was only 18 years old, while Jay-Z was in his early 30s. The two began their journey as friends, and nobody could have guessed that they would ever be something more than that. They worked together on music, which is also something that was common between the two of them. Beyonce and Jay-Z first got romantically involved when Beyonce was featured in his music video that was called I've Got That. Others still couldn't guess it and considered it to be completely professional, but for Beyonce and Jay-Z, it was the beginning of something that would go on for years. It would also be interesting to note that before Jay-Z, Beyonce had only one boyfriend, that too in high school, so it wouldn't be wrong to say that she was pretty inexperienced when it came to relationships. Jay-Z was the fortunate one to be Beyonce's first serious boyfriend. Their relationship rumors began to make it to the surface in 2003, but the couple decided to not hurry anything and take it slow. It would be a little shocking for the fans, but the couple waited for a year and a half before actually going on their first real date. For Beyonce, having someone in her life with whom she could have a solid foundation has always been a priority, which is probably also the reason why she took it slow with Jay-Z. Number 4. Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. While their relationship might have looked dreamy to you, it really wasn't the case. There have been a lot of ups and downs in their life and relationship. The main conflict would be Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. The industry's power couple has been together for more than 15 years. People have been following them like they are the most perfect couple to ever exist. Their fans have always put them on the pedestal. Unfortunately, it all came crashing down in 2014 when Jay-Z was accused of cheating on Beyonce. This was also coupled with an embarrassing event where a video was leaked in which Beyonce's sister and American musician Solange was also seen beating Jay-Z up in an elevator as he was rumored to be dating another girl called Rachel Roy. Clearly, Solange is one protective sister. Rachel Roy was not smart enough and went ahead to out herself as she insinuated being the other woman in Jay-Z's life. What Beyonce and Jay-Z decided to do was release songs about their relationship dynamics. Beyonce came up with Lemonade, while Jay-Z released an album in which he went into depth of his infidelity. In a New York Times interview that he did, it was revealed by Jay-Z himself that he cheated on Beyonce even after she gave birth to their first child. He also had come to terms with the fact that he had caused Beyonce a lot of pain even though she's the love of his life. While it's shocking to see people applaud Jay-Z for his revelation, it's also quite shocking that Jay-Z was forgiven by his partner Beyonce. Number 3. Jay-Z and Beyonce's children. Beyonce doesn't only rule her life as a professional singer, but she also decides everything that goes on in her house and in her children's lives. Beyonce comes across as a very hands-on mom and only wants the best for her kids. While Jay-Z and Beyonce both went to public schools, their children are being sent to elite private schools where they can get the best education the state has to offer. Their eldest one, Blue Ivy, attends West Hollywood, which costs Beyonce $20,000 per year. Not only does she pay this hefty fee, but she also attends every event and parent-teacher meeting at the school. Her two other twins, Rumi and Sir, are probably going to attend the same school as their elder sibling. Little Ivy goes to school with 3 bodyguards and 2 cars to bring her back and forth from there. No wonder it causes a huge traffic jam, which disturbs the other parents. Another aspect that Beyonce has to focus on as a parent is that her children are multilingual. Little Ivy was learning French when she was not even 2. There are also rumors that she can speak Spanish. A thing that would completely shock you is that Beyonce's children have their own personal stylists. Surely, Beyonce doesn't want her kids to go anywhere without being dressed properly. Manuel Mendes, who used to dress Beyonce for the tour, has now assumed the role of dressing her children up. Clearly, Beyonce really trusts Mendes. While Jay-Z and Beyonce are providing their kids with the best life possible, their own relationship is far from perfect, and with an alleged secret son in the picture, the odds are clearly not in their favor this time. Number 2. Jay-Z's secret son. Jay-Z and Beyonce's seemingly perfect life took a bad turn when Rymir Satterthwaite, a young guy who came up with the claim of being the rapper's love child. Jay-Z and Beyonce's seemingly perfect life took a bad turn when Rymir Satterthwaite, a young man, came up with the claim of being the rapper's love child. While Jay-Z doesn't accept this claim, Rymir says that he was told by his mother that Jay-Z might be his father when he was 8. Rymir's mother is called Wanda, and this is the story Wanda narrates to everyone. Wanda and Jay-Z's story goes back to 1992 when they were both young. Back then, Jay-Z was known as The Rock. The two hooked up at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York after he picked her up from Philadelphia. Wanda, who is now aged 43, claims that the two only met for 2 weeks, after which they lost connection and Wanda didn't know how to contact him. Earlier, Wanda's boyfriend was named as the father on Rymir's birth certificate. It was removed after a DNA test in 2011. While Jay-Z hasn't publicly commented on all of this, his lawyer states that he has no connection with Rymir and there's no viable proof in this case. Earlier, another model called Chanel Scott claimed to have a child fathered by Jay-Z, which was claimed to be ridiculous and untrue by Jay-Z's raps. This time, however, Jay-Z refuses to take the paternity test. Just as Jay-Z and Beyonce talked about their life in their songs, Rymir also released a song called Stacks, in which he talks about how Jay-Z is trying his best not to let Rymir enter the music industry. Number 1. Beyonce reacts to Jay-Z having a secret son. Surely it must be really difficult for Beyonce to deal with all this fiasco related to her partner Jay-Z, who has also previously cheated on her and accepted his infidelity. The lawsuit filed by Jay-Z stated that Rymir, the then child, suffered the pain of rejection, fraud, and collusion. He's also convinced that the reason why the battle has been prolonged to this extent is that Jay-Z is a powerful individual with links everywhere. Rymir also feels he didn't get a fair trial, and the law was more on Jay-Z's side than his, which worked to his disadvantage. It's also rumored that Jay-Z has been trying to silence Rymir because of Beyonce, since it wasn't long ago that he admitted to cheating on her. A paternity scandal is not something that the pair would be able to withstand as a couple. Fans and followers also think that the only reason he's not taking the test is that he's guilty and doesn't want his wife to find out. For more such videos like this going forward, do be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on the latest updates and notifications. Thank you, and bye for now.